Today, I'm going to share with you how to gamify your online courses and e-learning programs using TalentCards and TalentLMS. I'm going to start by going through how you can use TalentCards and TalentLMS to gamify your online courses in the actual course creation. So as you're creating your online courses using TalentCards and using TalentLMS, there's different features that you can integrate to gamify them. Next, I'm going to go through how TalentCards and TalentLMS use leaderboards and how you can use leaderboards combined with the key performance indicators that you have set for your team members to reward them for what they do in your LMS, in your online learning and e-learning programs. And along with that, we're going to cover how to use analytics to gamify your online courses as well, so you can reward the right people for completing their training. Now, before we get started, I want to offer you a free trial of TalentCards and TalentLMS. These are unlimited free trials. That means that you don't just get access for 30, 60, 90 days, you get access in perpetuity. Okay, now there are some other limitations, like you can only have 5 users on each account, which means that if you're a small company, you can actually use TalentCards and TalentLMS. You can use the free trials to train your entire team. But the great thing is, in addition to getting this free trial, I am throwing in my TalentCards Made Simple and my TalentLMS Made Simple online courses. So when you sign up for your TalentCards free trial, you're also going to get access to my TalentCards Made Simple online course. And when you sign up for your TalentLMS free trial, you're going to get access to my TalentLMS Made Simple online course, which are built to get you set up with your e-learning program from scratch. Okay, so you're going to be able to create your courses, get everything customized so that you can start training your employees as quickly as possible with the step-by-step processes in these online courses. So let's start with TalentCards. TalentCards is a very simple to use learning management system. And in TalentCards, what you need to know is that card sets equal courses, okay? And cards equal modules, individual learning units. Now, when we're talking about the course creation process, I give you a blueprint A to Z in my TalentCards Made Simple online course, so make sure you grab that free trial and get the online course. But basically, once we get a card set created, where you go to create card set, and we can either have AI help us or just create it from scratch, what you're gonna see is all your card sets are gonna show up here. So I'm just going to pull, let's pull this food safety card set, which actually comes as a demo card set when you sign up for your TalentCards subscription. So I open up the card set, all your cards show up, and what we can do is we can gamify it by adding quizzes, okay? So you see this quiz here? We can add quizzes, and we can give different point values for people completing these quizzes. We can also select different point values for people, for your team members completing different cards. And we can set different point values for people or team members completing different card sets. Now, point values are the #1 way in TalentCards that you can gamify, okay? And this leads into the leaderboards in TalentCards, because depending on who on your team is earning the most points, they're going to show up on the leaderboards, okay? So gamification, the purpose of gamification is to engage your learners, is to get your employees to actually take your training. But we want to avoid falling into the trap of gamifying without results. And that's where bringing our key performance indicators comes in, okay? Because yes, your employees can go in here, and here's what it looks like for your employees, by the way. So we can go into the food safety course right here. They'll download the TalentCards app on their phone. They'll have access to it on their phone. TalentCards is a mobile-first LMS. And what they could do is they could literally just go through and earn points. Just earning points, going through. I'm going to get a bunch of points. I'm going to show up high on the leaderboard. And there you go, right? So this is one of the biggest downfalls to gamifying if you do it wrong, which is why you need to use this point value allocation that we can create in TalentCards and cross-reference it with the KPIs of your employees, KPIs, key performance indicators, making sure they're actually getting better at their job, becoming more efficient, more effective, getting more results at what they're doing, okay? So we can reward people for getting points if we want, but let's be honest, anyone can just click through, see the plus point. I can take a quiz, right? I'll get more points for the quiz, but if I go through and take all your courses, I'm gonna get a bunch of points, okay? But if this point value brings someone to the top of the leaderboard, and that same person isn't getting better at their KPIs, should they be rewarded? No. Which is why you always need to be cross-referencing these things. So with talent cards, what we can do, now that you see kind of how this works with the cards, the quizzes, what we can do is we can go into our gamification settings, okay? Here we go, gamification. Here we go, points. We can also have badges and challenges once you upgrade talent cards, which talent cards is very inexpensive. So once you get that free trial going and you get things set up, you can upgrade and you're only gonna pay $1 per user per month, which is nothing for an LMS, by the way. I've seen $5, $10, $20, $25 per user per month. It's crazy. So talent cards is very inexpensive. And if you want all the AI capabilities of talent cards, which I highly recommend you take, you're gonna pay about $1.50 per user per month, which is still nothing. Okay, so points. So first you can decide if you're gonna give points for all these things. And then once you decide that, you can decide how many points you're gonna give, okay? So points earned for viewing each new card. I think 1 point is pretty standard, makes sense. Points earned for completing a card set. 3, maybe you wanna go up to 5. You can also set these on a card set level, and I'll show you, and the card set level points will actually override these system settings that are across all your card sets. Points earned for being among the first to finish, okay? First 3, we can decide how many people. If you have a larger organization, maybe you want to do 10, maybe you want 100, whatever, and we want to give bonus points. So this gives some incentive for people to get in there and finish their training because they're going to get more points. Points earned for completing a sequence, 5. So what you can do is take your card sets and put them into a sequence. So people have to complete this set, this set, this set, and this set to complete a sequence, and they get more points for completing that whole sequence. Okay, this is, you can use card sets and sequences in different ways. A card set could just be a bunch of trainings on one thing, and then a sequence could be like this bigger course where you have all these card sets that make up the sequence. It could also be a library of courses, depending on how you want to look at it. Really, remember the vernacular. A card set is a course, okay? A sequence can be a bunch of card sets, which could be a bunch of courses, or if you want to look at a card set as just like a training module, then you could put a bunch of modules together into a sequence, or a bunch of card sets together into a sequence. That could be a course. Quizzes, here's what you get for finishing a quiz. Passing quiz, bonus points earned 100% in a quiz. Points earned for each question answered correctly. Then engagement, points earned for downloading and registering in the app. Points earned for revisiting the app at least 12 hours since last use. So this is like how often they're visiting. We can give them more points for engaging, for coming back into the app. It becomes a game, right? They're coming back into the app, okay? But yet again, you can see how this could be manipulated, right? People could just, oh, I'm gonna get my point for the day, point for the day, point for the day. If they're not actually doing anything in the app. Now with badges and challenges, this is just advanced stuff that you'll be able to do once you upgrade. And it's the same thing, okay? You earn a number of points, you get a badge, right? We're rewarding them with a badge. Challenge, there's like different, you earn X amount of points, you complete this challenge. You pass so many card sets, you complete this challenge. You earn this badge, okay? Same thing. But what matters is the next part of this, connecting this to KPIs. Let's go to card sets and show you how you can change these options on a step-by-step basis. So let's go back into this food safety guideline set. And what we're gonna do, go to set details, and this is where we can go to gamification. And here are the point values for the specific set. Okay, so we can override all the point values we set for everything on specific sets if we want specific sets to be worth more. Let's say specific sets are worth more from a KPI perspective. Like it's more important that they complete this training that's gonna drive these KPIs up even more, give us even more results, so we wanna weight them higher, okay? So just a way to incentivize your team, to gamify your team, to create a game for your team to complete courses that are worth more because the KPIs of closing more sales is extremely important to your organization. The KPI of doing more HVAC maintenance tickets in a week, completing more of those is extremely important. So we want to weight that card set higher. And then I'll go back to card sets, and here's sequences. Okay, so Here's a sequence. We can pull sets into a sequence, so we just pull it in, and boom. Now it's in the sequence. Here's the sequence. We go into edit a sequence. Here's all of our card sets in the sequence. We can reorder these. And how this works is you complete one card set, it unlocks the next one, unlocks the next one, unlocks the next one, and then at the end, you not only get the points of completing each card set, and you can weight different card sets different, you also get the points for completing the sequence. Okay? Pretty simple. Now let's look at TalentLMS. We want to have the same foundational knowledge when it comes to gamification. We don't want people to abuse it, so we want to make sure we have KPIs set. Okay. Well, with TalentLMS, we have more options for course creation, and the basics are all there. Okay, you can create a video course, you can create an audio course, you can bring a presentation in here, just text content. We can even create a ScoreMX API course and an authoring tool, which I highly recommend that you don't do because of TalentCraft. You can do it all in TalentLMS without touching another authoring tool. Okay. But you can do all this if you want, okay? Now, if you're building with ScoreMX API, a lot of that gamification is going to be in the authoring tool you're actually using, okay? And that's why, really, what you're going to want to do is go to TalentCraft. Now, I have in-depth training on how to use TalentCraft and the TalentLMS Made Simple online course, so definitely check it out there. But the basics are, if I pull up a template, so TalentCraft is going to build me just a template here. There's different things we can create, okay? And different interactions we can have. We can have quiz questions. Now this may look like a software you've used before. Maybe you have used Rise 360 before. This is basically Rise 360, but free and inside TalentLMS. Pretty cool. So we can add multimedia images, lists, all these different things. We can even ask AI to help us create different things. So we can ask it to create flashcards. Create interactive flashcards for me about how to increase sales call close rates. Okay. Start creating. It's going to create flashcards for me. Interactive element. Okay. We can create tabs, an interactive element here. So just different ways to create interaction, gamification inside our course. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Here are our flashcards. Okay. Images were created, then we can add our content. This is what we can do in the course creation process, actually. Creating that interactivity, creating that gamification, asking the AI to help us. Similar to talent cards, we can have leaderboards. Okay, so I'm going to go to reports. And what you'll see is we're going to have reports on really how everyone is doing, okay? And we can have user reports on how many points everyone's getting. So with TalentLMS, we can segment our learning environment too with branches. So if you have locations across the country, maybe in Chicago, maybe even have one in London, Tampa, all these different places, you can have people compete with these points in these different locations. It's the same thing though. We set point values in our courses, very similar to what we did before, okay? Now we can go to account and settings here, and we go to gamification, and this is where we turn the gamification on. Here's points, we can set it for everything. Here is how we set points for everything, just like we did in TalentCards, okay? We can also have badges set, and hey, here's how you get badges, okay? We can have levels, and we can even have rewards, and we can customize all these things. Then when we go to user reports, we can really see how things are going. And your learners are going to be able to see in their own dashboard how they're doing compared to everyone else. But you can still manipulate the system and earn these points, earn these badges, but not actually get better at your job. You can earn these things and not actually complete the training. Anyone can just let a video run, mute it, and get the points for completing that module, for completing that talent craft learning, right? That course that we created. And that's why we need to set it up where KPIs have to improve in addition to showing up high on the leaderboard. And then the game becomes, okay, I'm going to complete my training. My KPIs are also going to improve. And then my reward, what I'm winning in this game, is a bonus, time off, maybe just something that your team really cares about, okay? Maybe they want a gift card. I don't know. You need to find out what your team wants. And it's probably pretty likely that they're going to like a bonus or more PTO. Give that to them for earning a bunch of points, being top of that leaderboard in a given season, a given year, and increasing their KPIs. Has to be both. Okay, has to be both. They don't have to be the top performing person with KPIs, but if they are in the top like 10% on the leaderboard, earning points in your LMS, and they've increased by 5, 10, 20% with their KPIs, that deserves a reward. And that makes gamification work. Now, in addition to leaderboards, you can just run other reports and just see how things are going as well. We can run branch reports so you can see how your learners in different locations across the country are doing. If you have a franchise, this is great. You can see how different franchises are doing with their training. And then you can make a decision to reward different franchises based on the points that they're earning as long as their key performance indicators are improving. With talent cards, we can go to analytics and do the same thing. And we can look at, okay, here's app activity. Maybe app activity is super high and our key performance indicators are improving. Great, let's reward our people, okay? Infographic is another way to look at analytics and talent cards. Same thing, you want to look through all of this and compare it to the key performance indicators so that you know that people aren't just trying to game the system because you have gamification in your system. So remember, grab your free trials of talent cards and TalentLMS. They're unlimited free trials, so you get them forever, okay? And in addition, I am giving you access to my Talent Cards Made Simple online course and my TalentLMS Made Simple online course to help you get up and running from scratch in both of these systems so that you can start serving your learners, start gamifying your courses, and start creating impact at your company by empowering your employees and your team members to create results in your business. I'll see you in the next video.